Hello to you! Today I will be talking about this book, Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. So, like I said, this is Red Queen, and if you haven't at least seen it somewhere, I don't know how that's physically possible. It should be physically impossible. I think you don't need to know anything going into this. Of course, I will tell you very vaguely the story. But me personally advise you going into this knowing nothing, because otherwise you might find out some things that you don't want to before you read it. It's a very good book. Like I said, I knew literally nothing, and you know, I was mind blown, and I figured out the universe while reading this without knowing anything, and that's the best way to go read books. Anyway, so the basic plot is that in this world the people are divided by red and silver, and so the red people are defined by their blood because it's red, and the silvers have silver blood, and the reds are like the poor people. They live in the slums, they do all the hard work, and they have terrible lives, while the silvers are like the kings and queens and stuff, and they have the courts and they rule this world, and they have a war, and the reds are being sent there to fight for them. You get the idea. Also, a part of what makes the silvers special is that they have different powers, you know. Our main character, Mare, she's a red, and you know what, this is actually kind of a little bit spoiler territory, but if you want to know, you can stay. I advise you, please do not. So our main character, Mare, she's red, but still she has powers, which is unheard of in this world. That's the basic plot, and you should definitely leave now. If you have not read this book, you need to leave, because big spoilers ahead. There are just things you don't want to know before reading this. Bye, people who haven't read the book. See you. Welcome back, people who have read the book. So, should we start off by pointing out the elephant in the room? The one thing in this damn book that changed everything? Obviously, I'm talking about the betrayal of Maven. I'm gonna start out with the biggest thing. I can't keep quiet any longer. I finished this book last night, and now I have to get my feelings out. This was not okay. I was hardcore shipping Mare and Maven all this time. I just hate it when the person you like turns out to be a psychotic killer murderer. Play the betrayal song from Braveheart. Anyone can betray anyone. Mary and Cal, they learned the hard way. I should have been able to figure it out. He was too perfect. Maven, it was so believable. I just thought that was his personality. You didn't figure it out. Stop that right now. You did not. You see, I'm wearing this shirt today to represent my feelings. I was shook all the time. A young shook. Don't let me start on the queen, she's a bitch. We know from the beginning. A bee. Ouch. You know, from the quote here on the front, "Power's a dangerous game," I thought it might be kind of Game of Thrones-ish, because that's what it sounds like, but it's not Game of Thrones in the beginning, but that freaking plot twist. No, and I was supposed to go to bed right after finishing that book. Sleep did not come easy for me that night. I will show you now how it was for me reading the betrayal scene yesterday. "Father, he is your son. There must be another way." Tiberius stills, putting aside the father to become king again. He wipes away his tears. "When you wear my crown, you will understand." The queen's eyes narrow into blue slits. Her eyes, they're the same as Maven's. "Fortunately, that will never happen." "What?" Tiberius turns to her, but stops halfway, his body frozen in place. "Laura, what are you doing?" She replies with words I cannot hear. He doesn't like her answer at all. "No!" he yells as she forces him to his knees with her whispers. Laura holds a hand out, stopping him in his tracks. She has taken them both. "Laura! Arven!" But my old instructor doesn't move. Instead, he stands quietly, content to watch. It seems his loyalties lie not with the king, but with the queen. "She's saving us for her son's life. She's going to save us." We bet on Cal loving me enough to change the world. We should have looked to the Queen instead. I want to laugh, to smile, but something in Cal's face keeps my relief at bay. And Laura, you have to get Maven out of here. Don't worry about me. Just keep him safe. Oh, don't you fret, little lightning girl. She sneers. I don't think about you at all, though your loyalty to my son is quite inspiring, isn't it, Maven? In response, his arms snap out, pulling apart the metal shackles with shocking ease. When he rises to his feet, I expect him to defend me, to save me like I'm trying to save him. Then I realize Arwen still has hold of me. He's still holding me back, even though he let Maven go. Anyone can betray anyone. Echoes louder and louder until it howls in my ears like the wind of a hurricane. Maven? For a second, I don't recognize him. He's still the same boy, but something is wrong in him. Something has changed. Maven, help me up! When he settles back on his feet, hands on his hips, I feel like I'm seeing him for the first time. His eyes are so cold. No, I don't think so. What? I hear my voice, like it's coming from someone else. Cal panics, his eyes growing wide. What are you doing? Beneath him, the king's face darkens. Isn't it obvious? Maven, please! I plead, trying to make him look at me. But he turns his back. She didn't care that he was in my memories. She didn't care that he was part of all this. She didn't even look surprised. The answer is threatening simply. Because she already knew. Because he is her son. Because this was her plan all along. The thought stings like knives running along my skin. But the pain only makes it more real. You used me. Catching on, are you? I'm finally learning my lesson. Anyone can betray anyone. This was just another plot. You pushed me into this, even though it was impossible. Even though you knew Cal would never betray his father. You made me believe it. You made all of us believe it. It's not my fault. You were stupid enough to play along. Now the game is finished. They were your friends. They trusted you. They were a threat to my kingdom, and they were stupid. What am I reading? What? Well, we have other things to discuss, so let's move on. One thing that I didn't like so much is that the world is very confusing to me. I don't understand it very much. There's no map in it, and it feels like it's in another world. But since there's not a map, is it on Earth now? I don't know. I was also very confused in the beginning because, you know, they have elevators and cameras and stuff, but when she lived with her family, it felt like the medieval times. That's probably just the difference between rich and poor. Now, when I've finished it, I feel like it's like far in the future, and the civilization that we have now has like ended, and it's like far in the future where, you know, they still have the cameras and stuff, but the things are like they are. But I have heard from sources that the world will be more explained in the second book, and I already have the second book, so I will read that when I get time. I think Mare's reaction is very realistic, but I couldn't help but being frustrated with her sometimes. I mean, I think she handles a lot of situations really great, very good, like I couldn't do it better, but sometimes I'm girl, you gotta chill. But, you know, she has learned her lesson. I have no idea what the second book will be about. They have to find the others that are like them. And just for the records, we all knew that Shade wasn't dead. Ain't nobody dead until we see the body. Ain't nobody dead until we, the reader, sees the body or sees them getting killed. Ain't nobody's dead until that happens. I have learned from the years I've been in different fandoms. Ain't nobody dead until you see the body. You know, so Shade is obviously back. I don't know, he can teleport, apparently, so that's nice. I wonder why it's only Mare and Shade in their family that has this mutation. I mean, they're the same family, so shouldn't all the children have? I don't know how it works, I'm not good at science. I might read books and I might wear glasses, but do not be fooled by my appearance. I am very unsmart. I can't wait to see who will betray who in the next book, I guess. That was really all I had to talk about. I just wanted to get my feelings over that one scene out. So, you know, I'll see you some other time. Mwah, kisses, hugs, and